Because when y'all are just not aware of this. A man has in his mind that he's not going to be vulnerable with his children. He doesn't know that, but he is carrying that in his mind. And see, women don't know that that's working in the like. So all of the spaces of gentleness that we find comfort in the woman with, that the man doesn't offer. The man is afraid to explore those spaces within himself. He's afraid to explore his expression, his anything like that, because they don't. Feminine means you take your time with it. Men don't take their time with anything. Look at the creative essence in our community. It's coming from the women. They look at something, they build it, they grow it, they nurture it. Men aren't interested in that. It's appearance. But see, that's the quality that would have a son love his father. You're gonna take your time and look at me. You're gonna give me some attention, but it doesn't happen. That is happening with the woman. The interest is elsewhere with the man. But Dad, see, this month is so important because we've got Father's Day and Juneteenth on the same day.
Oh,
Like
wow.
it's something real important, man.
Oh yes.
Like this is a time, and Dad, like we were talking earlier, a lot of this stuff we talking about is only applying to black men. I'm being very honest. We have double what they've gone through, man. What we have to endure in life. So every man is walking around, I gotta be a provider. But we know that if we mess up, we're done. We have other stuff that keeps us from being vulnerable. We are wired that if we're vulnerable, then it shows weakness. Then what happens? You gotta show you're strong. If you ever show you're weak as a black man, you're afraid you're gonna get let go, rejected in some way. You have to be the strongest one. So, but we as men, we have to say, okay, bro, I know you have to do that, but look, you got me.
Okay.
You got me. You have a support system. You don't have to do it by yourself alone. Stop that foolishness you never wanted to do alone. I didn't want to do it alone. I didn't know I had you. You didn't know you had me. But now we know. That's how we fix it. But there's fear.
Yeah, it is.
It's fear of loving. It is fear of loving. And but this it's breaking. It's breaking.
Yeah.
It's a perspective, man. But I had to fight my own homophobia. I understand it. Like I understand. Like I didn't like having to go into these places. They were very uncomfortable. I was telling Dad while I was there, I had to deal with the color pink by alone. Just God had to deal with me. Like, what's the problem, son? Like, what are you looking at? That is your ego.
Okay.
I created man and woman. Like you are assigning limitations that I did not.
Yeah.
You see, and I had to learn that. You know, so me getting plants was a feminine thing.
Yeah.
You see, because I'm taking care of something. I'm nurturing. I'm learning.
But isn't that what Adam did though?
But there. What is? That's why I was asking that. It must be another word because there's such a homophobia. But when you say feminine, it's like it's like no. And the truth of the matter is, the men who are afraid of it, they're not tough for real anyway. Most men, they ain't gonna act on nothing. They just talking. Okay, so, and I'm aware of that, right? So, and it's like you afraid to be gay, but you wouldn't do nothing if put in a situation to demonstrate you're a man. Your masculinity hasn't been tested. Most of their masculinity hasn't been tested in real life. What do you do in this situation? Okay, but they afraid to be gay at the same time. You ain't done nothing. You see, like you. So, but it's an interesting space to me. I'm sorry for ranting, but it's much about appearance with men. Ma is what I was sharing. It's not about the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter ends up being put on the woman's shoulders. The appearance is what the man is typically concerned with. What does it look like? As long as it look right, he can die on that. But see, the woman have to deal with everything he ain't touching. That's why a lot of men don't know their wife is their keeper. Here's another problem. The man hasn't developed respect for the woman. He hasn't. He thinks respect is just for men. So then, when the son loves his mother, when the daughter loves his mother, there's respect for the woman. But he's lacking it. He can't see what they're loving.
Right.
Oh wow.
Right.
We have many disconnects. You know, and it doesn't have to be that way, man. You know, but Dad, it begins with us.